Welcome to Dollars and Cents, hosted by Sanjeev Gupta, CPA. Dollars and Cents is the show about growing more of what you are making, saving more of what you are growing, and making more of what you are growing and saving in the most sensible and tax-efficient manner possible. Feel free to call into our studio number to be live on air with your questions. Call 408-912-5038. That's 408-912-5038. 5038. And here is your host of Dollars and Cents, Sanjeev Gupta, CPA.
Good evening, friends. First of all, I want to wish all of you listening to the show very happy New Year, prosperous New Year, very safe, healthy New Year. We are looking forward for this year to be better than last two COVID years. Of course, we have seen the Omicron creating havoc in the country. Now, the cases are going through the roof. About 1 million cases reported on, believe on Wednesday, on Monday, and Tuesday around 600 plus cases. Of course, the scientists are saying that it's not so bad, this Omicron, because it's not going into the lungs or a lower part of the body, not affecting all those things which Delta variant and the other variant was there, creating all those problems. But still, virus is virus, and we are now coming to know that there may be more viruses coming forward. So we don't know what's going to happen. But one thing is there: when this kind of cases are happening with Omicron, the Omicron is doing one thing very good. At least people are getting tested. At least we know how far this COVID issue is there among the people of United States. We can get to know how much is impacting. 63%, around 63% is vaccinated. Of course, we are not there yet for herd immunity, but at least people are realizing and going for this vaccination. We need not only vaccination but booster too. So it has come to the knowledge of everyone that booster is helping a lot of people from getting sick, very sick. So it's time to look into the booster. And young kids can also come in and get booster. Also, appointment, I think yesterday, they said the kids age around 15 can get booster shots. This is Sanjeev Gupta, CPA, bringing the show, Dollars and Cents, every Wednesday. Today's January 5th, the first show for this year, 2022. Listeners, you have any questions relating taxes, finances? This is your time to connect with me on air, Sanjeev Gupta, CPA, on air. Studio lines are open. Number is 408-912-5038. 408-912-5038 is the studio number. In our dollar update of the show, we have two parts of the show. One is dollar update, which we bring about information relating to your finances, to your taxes. And then we have dollar topic, which we cover some interesting topic, which I feel will impact your bottom line, which will provide information, ways to save taxes, ways to become more efficient in saving dollars. So we always look into those two aspects, one dollar update and dollar topic on the show. In dollar update of the show, today, I just want to let the listeners know, IRS is going to send letters. Of course, they send a lot of letters. I don't know how many of you see those letters. I find clients bring those letters closed in envelopes. They don't even see. They just see the front of the envelope saying IRS, and they just freak out when they see that word. And they just came, hey, I got this letter. Can you see me to look at it? I don't know what's going on. Sometimes they do open the letter. They do open the envelope, look into the letter, doesn't make sense, and they start sending emails or phone calls. Hey, what is this happening? I don't know what's going on, this and that. So it's just lack of information that makes people crazy on this one. It's not that letters are bad. It's just sometimes IRS do want to share information with the taxpayer. So it might be some information which they have might be wrong, which they want the taxpayer to correct it. or maybe some payment is due because they paid the taxes late, or some information they can use on their return, which can benefit them when they file their return without making mistakes. So there's different categories of letters. So the IRS is going to send the letters relating to two areas: advanced child tax credit, which people have received. Remember, $500 payment was split into 6 months of payments based on your kids and based on your 2020 tax returns as per the American Rescue Plan. So that letter might be coming in, and letter also might be coming in of the third economic impact payment received by the taxpayer for 2021. Remember, they have received two payments: EIP 1 in 2020, EIP 2 in 2020, later part and earlier part of 21. EIP 2 will create more problems because it goes into this year. So you have to look at your bank statements. In fact, even looking at the bank statement will give you a lot of problems. I will suggest you to go, if you get that letter, use that letter for your tax preparation. And you need to go to the IRS website. The IRS is doing a great job on developing that online website. It's very, very useful website and very user friendly. You can set up your online account. Once you set up your online account, you can access notices, ways to look at your accounts information, to tax information, require what is going on with your stuff and everything. So it's going, and communication, and you can also correspond. Uh, of course, there's not correspondence to that website; it's through email correspondence. You can also set that up. So, as you know, as might be aware of, that IRS is going to go paperless in years to come, maybe 2 years, 3 years, but they're going that route. That's why the website has been changed, updated with all the changes. So it's good that you can look at the website and irs.gov and set up that online account. And if you get these letters, don't throw them away. Don't just call your CPA, or just don't freak out. It's just information has to be used for your tax purposes, and do hand over those letters to the tax professionals so that they can use these letters and put the correct numbers on their tax return. Remember, last year what happened? People did receive EIP payments, did receive all those updated tax payments, updated benefits given by the CARES Act. And because they received those benefits, but they were not sure, they claimed all the amounts, recovery, rebate, credit, once again on their tax returns. And what happened? The returns were not processed. I've seen clients not receiving refunds for months to come because IRS has been backlogged, and understandably, because so many things have changed since December 2019 with the COVID. Still, IRS is doing pretty good job in this. And by the way, for this year, 2021, the tax season is going to start this Friday. For business tax filers, it's ready to, we can start e-filing for business tax filers this Friday. So that's a good news. It's not last year, which goes into January. I think it was in the month of February, 10th or 12th. Good time to start filing. If you should be ready with your taxes information, go ahead and start preparing those taxes and connect your CPAs. Of course, we are there for you if you are looking for consultation appointments or tax preparation appointments. We have 3 offices in the Bay Area. We have Fremont, Sunnyvale, and Pleasanton. And we have one number to connect with: 510-825-7563. 510-825-7563. And listeners, if you want to connect with me right now on air with some tax funding questions, something you're looking at, some information, and you want to answer right away, this is the time to connect with me, Sanjeev Gupta CPA, on air. Phone number, studio number is 408-912-5038. 408-912-5038. My team members are ready to start your tax preparation work. They speak multi languages, and they are available year round and not just during the tax season. So they do help with any kind of notices, any kind of support that you need, not just only for tax preparation. Myself, not only a CPA, but also an experienced chartered accountant, having practiced in India for 12 plus years before coming over. to US. And my firm has been very instrumental in providing support in this COVID years to all my clients, that is business, individual tax filers, to go through this complex CARES Act, Secure Act, American Rescue Plan Act, Infrastructure Jobs Investment Act, and now this year we're going to look at Build Back Better plan. I don't know where this plan stands at this time, but the chances are there that this plan can be passed with some modifications, maybe a month or so. We have a webinar coming up shortly on February 12th. I believe by that time, this Build Back Better plan will be passed and we will be able to cover all the changes that will or may impact 2021 tax filing or 2022 planning session for going forward. My website, sanjeevcpa.com, has a lot of information. It contains tax and financial information, which can provide a lot of valuable source for people to look into and get all the information. The website is sanjeevcpa.com, SANGIV CPA.com. I have a caller here. Let me take this call. Good evening, this is Sanjeev Gupta, CPA.
Hello.
Hello. I'm not able to, I think there's some issue. I'm not able to hear you clearly. Can you repeat your question, please? I think you have to, I think that this radio is on. Can shut that off. Hello? Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening, this is Sanjeev Gupta, CPA. How are you?
Yes, I'm on the air.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year and Happy New Year for Mr. Sanjeev also.
Yeah, I'm here.
I have a question for Sanjeev.
Yeah, go ahead with your question, please.
Yes, my question is, downtown San Jose, there are about 100 to 150 construction contractors who need construction tax services. So is there is Mr. Sanjeev planning to open a tax filing for only construction workers and construction contractors?
Oh, definitely, I can look into it. By the way, I used to have an office in San Jose. I used to have an office. I think there's an overlapping of your voice with your radio and my thing. But anyway, just to, yeah, I can look into it. I can connect with you. You can call me after the show. Of course, you remember the number 510-825-7560. Thank you for the call. Thank you. So listeners, again, this is a time to connect with me, CP on air, 408-912-5038, 408-912-5038. Of course, people are looking for me to open offices. I used to have no office in San Jose. I closed down because of COVID. It's very difficult to keep a lot of offices because of the issues of satisfaction relating to meeting all those COVID requirements satisfactorily, and also to provide protection to all the people who are working in the offices. So my office takes this matter very seriously, and we do make sure that all my team members are covered and they are vaccinated and boosted for this sake. Now, coming to our dollar topic of the show, a lot of times people do come and tell me, hey, this new year is starting, what should I do? What should I plan? You keep saying planning. What is planning? So when a new year starts, of course, in addition to your resolution for staying healthy, or some people will say, hey, my new resolution will be, hey, let me do some exercise. I've eaten so much food during the Christmas time holidays that I need to take that extra flash off by doing extra accent, by doing more walking, taking control of diet. Of course, that happens only for 2 months. After 2 months, all those things come back. That's a human nature that happens. But what about planning? We keep saying about planning. This is the right time to look into planning. Planning can be different areas. You can plan for event that you're looking for this year. For example, getting married, having a kid, family extensions, moving to India, and moving back from India to here. trying to buy a house, try to buy a business, try to look at different aspects, different other areas, maybe stock trading, maybe things. So you can plan all those things. So if planning start from day one. You should, in addition to what you plan for your health, you should also plan for your money. And this is a time period you can look back, start analyzing all your expenses, all your detail, and take it from there. So start with budgeting. Now, budgeting, when I use the word budgeting, a lot of clients, their eyes just goes up. I say, what is this budgeting? What do you mean? Budgeting is a big word. It's not a big word. You can you can you can do budgeting. You can create budgeting into three major categories. What are those three major categories? Needs, want, and savings. Needs, want, and savings. Needs are expenses that you absolutely must keep in your budget no matter what happens. That's a requirement. That's you have to do it. You have to do it. Whether you like it or not, whether you have money or not, you have to have those things in your for your maintaining your bare minimum maintenance. This includes things like housing, utilities, transportation, healthcare expenses, at least the minimum payments on your debts, and bare minimum of basic clothing and supplies for living. So you can categorize